This video is brought to you in association with Make Jewellery, the UK's best jewellery making magazine. For exclusive subscription offers, visit www.craftyclub.net.
Hi there, I'm Emma Ward and I'm pleased to welcome you to our jewellery making series brought to you by the Crafts Channel. I'm joined today by Corinne Bradd, who's going to be showing us how to make a bead cage. So Corinne, what do we need to do?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're making a bead cage like this.
Okay.
So that you can use large round beads as charms on a bracelet, or you can link them together to make a necklace.
Okay.
And what you need to do, make sure with a bead cage, is you need to make a stop either end, because if you were to link that in a bracelet, because it is just bent wire, it could all pull apart.
Yeah.
So first of all, get yourself some wire and choose a bead. I would choose a bead, because knowing you, you will choose the wrong shape.
What kind of wire are you using?
This is about 0.8 millimetres of thick wire.
Okay.
You don't want anything too thin because it won't hold the shape. You don't want anything too thick because it'll be very difficult to bend.
Okay.
But about sort of 0.8 of a mil to a mil thickness. And let's have this blue bead here. What you do is you get yourself a pair of round nose pliers. This is about 30 centimetres of wire. Probably actually going to be a bit too much. So you grasp the end of your wire in the jaws of your round nose pliers and bend it round in a complete circle. Make sure that you leave a gap, a hole, because you're going to need that to thread another piece of wire through in a little while.
Okay.
Okay. Once you've gone about 1.5 round, you're going to need to change to some flat nose pliers. And then you simply hold it in the jaws and by hand you bend it round in a spiral. Oh, being careful not to take your eye out with the other end of the wire. Okay, so we'll continue bending this in a spiral.
Yep.
And you need to make sure that your spiral goes out to about the diameter of your bead.
Okay.
So once you've done about 4 turns, just compare it to your bead by popping the bead on top. That needs to come out one more turn. And then I'm going to tighten up the spirals, because what will happen is as you stretch it up, it will go up the wall of the bead, as it were.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm now going to start tightening those spirals up a little bit. Okay. Doesn't matter if you don't form a complete perfect circle, because it won't notice. All right. What you do with your other end of wire is you take it, form it again the same way, but do it so that it forms an S shape.
Okay.
Okay, so don't bend it in the same way as this. Bend it the opposite direction. Okay, again, wrap it around your round nose pliers, leaving a hole. Change to your flat nose pliers and hold it flat and bend your spiral. If you find that your wire does bend, actually, because this is what's happened, it is actually turning in. Just go like that. Make another spiral like this. And what you want to do is you want to create it so that it joins up with the other spiral. I'm trying to do that multitasking thing again, which is talk and work at the same time. I'm not succeeding very well. Okay. As you see, you're forming an S shape.
Yeah.
And now, again, I'm tightening the spirals up on this one to form the wall.
Okay.
Okay, this one can do with another turn here. So you've got this S, and then what you do is you bend them in together, and I would overlap it, because then that will put that bend under tension. Because what you need to do is you need to slip your bead in between the 2 clamshells, as it were.
I see.
Yeah. And then form the wire cage around it. Now that's quite big. You could put a bigger bead in that quite easily. What you can do in a minute, I'll show you, is once I've put the restraining pin in.
Okay.
It's a good word. I don't think it's the correct word.
But it does the job.
But it does the job. I'm going to just make a quick loop in the end of this. It's like making a wrapped head pin, in fact, like we've shown before, so that it makes sure it keeps it tight. Oh, okay. Snip off the excess. I'll just do that over here. Thread it through the hole and the hole of the bead and that, and then it pulls it tight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And then you can just turn these loops to tighten up your spiral. Can you see it's just starting to tighten up to form around the bead? Ease it with your fingers, and then if you create another loop in the other end of this, or a decorative end like that, and then it just holds it in place so you can use it as a pendant.
Fantastic. Thanks
No
for that,
problem.
Corinne. Well, that's all the time we've got for today, but make sure you tune in next time for the latest part of our jewellery making series brought to you by the Crafts Channel. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.